Hey, it's a two-parter. Well, actually, it's gonna have 9 parts, and then I'll make one big video out of these two, I guess. But I'm saying this because, yes, indeed, this is a series, and if you didn't see the first part, which covers the first mission, I obviously cannot force you to watch it. It just does clear out what we're doing here, what's the goal, how does this work, etc. I do trust that you will be able to follow along just fine, but for the sake of repetition, I will not be explaining glitches that thoroughly if we've already covered them, just so we can keep the flow going. I'm sure you understand. With that being said, welcome to the Dishonored 2 Speedrunning Retrospective, where we will hopefully satisfy your quench of seeing some cheeky progression. Mission number 2, Edge of the World, starts off as a 3-minute and 13-second excruciating painful gauntlet. Well, that's overselling it just a bit, but we do manage to condense it all the way in the end to 2 minutes and 4 seconds. This is how it was done. We'll start off with the full mission playthrough, as per usual, and there's quite a few things that no other run afterwards will be doing. We might as well talk about them when that happens. First off, what are the goals? Very simply, we just have to reach the outsider. He's going to give us our blink ability. We can pew pew, teleport, fantastic. After that, we have to reach 2 runes at the end of the level. And for now, as we can't skip it, we also have to pick up a heart item. That'll allow us to track these runes and bone charms. Not needed for the speedrun, it's not mandatory. We just didn't know how to skip it yet. It's day 2. Here we can see the first thing that is a bit funny. Taking this quote-unquote shortcut. At least it looks fancy, but it doesn't actually save any time in the end. When we wake up in the boat after interacting with the runes, we want to menu and use those runes to unlock the double jump ability. This will greatly boost our mobility. From here on onwards, we grab our gear and some money. We have to start the actual mission first by talking with Megan, and then we'll have to go and interact with the skiff. But the first world record does something pretty funny here. It's not really funny, it's more like we didn't have any sort of a mana route, so he goes and gets this potion that no world record since will get. This potion is so out of the way, and we don't need it, but that's okay. This is the beauty of first runs, you don't know. Nothing's really that planned, you just kind of go with it. As we arrive, we can notice the runner grabbing yet another potion that was never used, as this one is kind of out of the way too. But it's kind of neat because I didn't personally spend this long in the mission. When I played this game, I didn't even know the potion is there. Here on out, we want to grab a single rune from the mouth of this whale. We'll use this to upgrade our agility in mission 3, but that is sadly not in the scope of this video. And then after that, we'll do something that is called Escalator. It's named lovingly after Elevator Glitch in Dishonored 1. And it's not quite as potent, but it gets the job done. We kinda wedge ourselves in between the rocks and the wall there, and then we just keep on jumping. Here we can also see this long animation from this train cart, or whatever you would call this, carriage. It's pretty painful, but there might be something coming for that. And that's how the first run ends at 3 minutes and 13 seconds. The run next day skips the potion on the boat, as well as the potion on the mainland, saving quite a bit of time in the process. He also forgot, or just chose to grab agility after talking to Megan. Not a big deal. You don't use double jump before, here in the mainland anyway. And you can see a bit better routing here as well. And that's why this run ended up with a 2-minute and 56-second time save. Pretty much all of that is that tiny amount of routing and not picking up the potions. Pretty organic time saves now. And look at that, skipping the animation. That's the big money. Holy shit, I'm so happy that works. 5 days later, we see again yet another small routing change. Double jumping over the whale after picking up the rune instead of going around, that was kinda smart. Then, as well, trying to not get double jumps when spamming jumps in the escalator gets you up just a tiny bit faster. Finishing with a 2-minute and 50-second time, we're already quite the way away from the initial 3:13. Is it that Donald Duck's license thing? I gotta Google. Sorry, my ADHD got the better of me. Totally was Donald Duck Slice and Plate. Fuck you, doubters in the audience. 2 months go by, but we come back to yet another slight change, jumping and blinking from this railing straight to the escalator, rather than starting the jumping from the ground up. It saves a bit of time. This, plus better movement overall, resulted in a 2-minute 40-second time. That's 10 seconds faster than the previous run that we looked at. Sure, the world records before this were like closer to the 240, but they didn't have new strats, so fuck them. 6 months before we see our next contender, now on a new patch that totally patched out this specific escalator. Well, not all escalators, this one and one in the last mission. This didn't really hurt us that much at all. We can jump and blink, get stuck on the rock because it's still kind of funny, and then just blink again. That's what you get, devs, for fixing our shit. How about you fix that Mission 3 Bone Charm, huh? Yeah, you're not gonna... Yeah, you rather release fucking Redfall? Okay, buddy, whatever. Sorry, kind of off script. It is August. That means leaps were discovered, and oh boy, this cursed wire leap that Björny liked to use is here now. I fucking hate this. Can I just say, this specific wire thing, I have like 2.4 thousand hours in this godforsaken game, and I still bunk my stupid cunt head on this wire when I try to record it. Then again, the world record kind of fumbles on it too, so it was fine. This wasn't even off script. Got him. 2:33, by the way, saving 3 seconds from the previous one. Nice. Obviously, it was only a matter of time before we brought the leaps to the outsider. And this table leap is not so fondly remembered, although it'll be the easiest of the 4 different variations we're about to see in this video. We simply use this table and leap to skip a few blinks, no biggie. What was more interesting was this different leap next to this whale. They'd also got a bit fumbled in the world record, so full time save wasn't actually acquired. It was still sub 2:30 at 2 minutes and 29 seconds. This next run didn't achieve anything amazing, but it's a good showcase of a backup strategy if the first leap doesn't quite work out. We can simply leap again from the railing that we used for the climb up previously. Neat. We are on run number 9. 5 months after the previous one, and there's this little thing that we didn't really realize earlier. We can just simply double jump and blink past this fence instead of having to climb from the right side if we approach it like this. Very nice. Run 10 starts with a bang. By moving carefully, we can actually leap from the boat, and that's kinda sick. Saves us mana and time. It's just amazing. Sadly, they didn't quite get a great second leap and didn't reap all the rewards, but hey, a 2 minute and a 19-second time. Nothing to be mad about. Now, do you remember the table leap? The next iteration is here. I cannot put into words how obtuse and annoying this specific trick is. We're leaping, a brief reminder, spamming jump inputs while in a mantle animation, pulling out our weapon at high frame rate, and then we have to blink sideways to land and be able to jump from the geometry of the wall. All of this saves like 5 seconds. Sadly, we didn't really get to enjoy it all either, because the ending is a double leap, instead of like a really good single one, ending at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Still an improvement. It only gets worse from here. I was dramatizing the table leap a bit because this is the same trick, just from a much, much, much worse starting position. All of this to save 2 to 3 seconds. Pretty much the time it takes to go from the top there to the table. Yikes. Sadly, the ending sucked, and it was a 2 minute 17-second time, so 1 second slower than last time. But only 12 days later, we got to see a better execution, with a good ending, giving us a 2 minute and a 14-second time. Now, just like me, you might be wondering, where in the fuck are you gonna squeeze more time? And it's good, and it's bad. Let me show you the good first. We're back to our lovely boat, and after talking with Megan, if we aim our blink just right, we can blink right through the wall. It's like curved and stuff. This specific method of clipping, it doesn't actually get used anywhere else than the boat. Kinda unique in that way. And like I promised, the bad. The 4th variation of this leap is something else. It's a balancing act of speed, blinks and aiming. It saves maybe upwards of 2 seconds compared to the previous one. It's incredibly risky compared to the other methods. If you've ever seen me grind Corvo any %, this is where the resets happen. But this got us a 2 minute and 10-second time. And that's where the strats end, for now. But now the only thing to do is to compare these two. So full screen, you'll see the latest strats, and top left, you'll be able to see the first day strats. I've cut the first day strats, so they'll kind of line up whenever the actual good strats, you know, get going. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. This was a blast again. Next is Mission 3, Hypatia. There's a lot of stuff in Hypatia, like, a lot. There's... Damn, that mission has gotten faster, and then it actually got a bit slower, and then it got faster again, because we do some rune shenanigans. I guess we're gonna have to talk about bone charms, because some of the world records of this game were done with the Zephyr bone charm, which increases your movement speed, and there's all sorts of shenanigans. But hey, thanks for sticking along. I had a good ride. This was fun. I actually wrote and edited and recorded all of this in one sitting. Yes, one sitting. And I'm a bit hungry now. So I'm just waiting for this to go. Like you can see, I don't have a script for the endings, because why would you? But hey, thanks for all the good feedback. You guys are great. You made my day 3 times over last time. And yeah, it's fun to do fun stuff. So I'll catch you guys with the Mission 3 one. If I don't, then fuck you. If I do, then have a good day. Bye. I don't know what to say. Enjoy cookies. I love ice cream.